Welcome to Tech This Way.
Hi Naz from Billplz.
Hey Amran, how are you doing?
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you for inviting me.
So the last time we met was like quite many moons ago.
Oh, many moons.
In Menara Maybank, kan, at that time.
Yeah.
And you had just started about a year at that time, or 6 months, or
Give or take, yes. So Billplz, technically we are about 7 years old, 7/11/2012.
okay.
So that's an easy date to remember.
Yeah.
But operationally, we counted since March 2015. That's when MathCap and 500 startups came in.
3 years after.
So operational wise, it's about 5 years.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this month is 5 years.
Wow. Yeah. There
So
you
it's,
go.
there you go. Been a while.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks again for coming in. As usual with this stuff, why don't we start a little bit with a history of Naz himself, right?
Exactly.
Again, as far back as you want.
Okay. I won't be going too far. So the
which
most
kindergarten did you go to?
sorry. So the most relevant would be my employment at POS Malaysia Berhad.
Okay.
Because that's where the genesis of Billplz was lah.
Okay.
Like I was under international business.
What year was this?
So this was 2007 to 2010. It's about 3+ years.
Okay.
So back then, the number one that the number one model that keep on popping up is, mind you, this is 2007, right?
And what were you doing at Post at the time?
International business. Basically, what we do is we go through proposals from other postal operators and understand how are we going to move forward as a postal operator, as a national postal operator.
Yeah.
This was way back before other on-demand couriers, on-demand. Basically, there's no such thing as Uber for X back then, right?
But I can assume even at that point, you were getting hammered from email and all the digital ways of communicating, lah.
So what we see is that we see a gradual decrease, what we call our post mail division.
Okay.
The one that sends your everyday mails.
The snail mail.
The snail mail, yes. But we did not see any decline in Post Laju, for example, because that's the starting of e-commerce back then in Malaysia, 2007.
So help me understand the difference between Post Malaysia and Post Laju.
So basically, Post Malaysia is divided into SBUs, strategic business units.
Okay.
So yeah, this can't represent Post Malaysia.
Boleh lah. We start there. No, because it's an interesting.
But back then, I understand. I probably they don't have this division now. I wouldn't know, right?
Okay.
So back then it was Post Mail is the cash cow. This is the one that sends your everyday mail, right?
And this is retail customers, normal home, not even offices, or
This is both.
Okay.
The bulk of it is coming from bulk mails. These are your bills, your catalogs, etc. Right?
Okay.
And then there's the second SBU called Post Laju. This is focusing on just couriers, okay. Services. And then there's Post Niaga. This is the one that is in charge of all the postal networks, post office basically.
Okay.
Right. So the idea it was back then to complement each other, right? So Post Laju will ride on Post Niaga's networks, and then Post Niaga will offer Post Mail's products and services. So I was in Post Mail specifically.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how we can drive the Post Mail business. And one idea that kept on popping up is electronic bill presentment and payment.
Okay.
EBPP.
Right.
That's the fancy way of saying get Maybank to you plus Post Mail everything online.
Right.
So you don't have to wait for Abang Postman to come and dump your bill, and then you go to your laptop, open up Maybank to you. So ideally, everything seamlessly, magically appear under a single app.
Okay.
right? Your itemized bills and then a button to pay. Again, I need to stress that this is 2007,
It was then,
right?
yeah.
Right.
It was only
So,
13 years ago.
but
Can
but
you imagine?
but one internet month is, I think, equivalent to, I think someone said it best lah, like I think equivalent to 3 real working
Working months.
months, like so
Yeah.
you just imagine lah.
Yeah.
So I got this this nagging idea to do it internally lah, this EBPP, because we really control the delivery, right? So the network is there.
Yeah.
Post office is everywhere. So why not just convert that bills that we send out physically, convert it digitally? But
so simplistically, let's digitize the bills. Let's say TMB bill
Yeah,
to
let's
become a
digitize-
PDF and then email.
and then attach a pay button. That's the most important
okay.
thing. If not, it's just an email delivery service,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
The reconciliation is critical, right? Who pay what when,
Yes.
right? The 3 things, right?
Right. So I receive my TMB bill through your email, let's say, and then I can just pay by clicking a button on the
Yes.
same email. Okay.
Yes. So there's no data entry required. Everything is just push experience, right?
Yep.
Push to you. But so I got 3 CEOs in 2 years. So let's not delve in why.
Okay.
That's not my place to.
That's right lah. Just a bit
So-
above your pay grade lah,
Exactly.
to question it. Yeah.
Exactly. Suffice to say, nothing moved, right? So I decided, okay.
Was the idea itself? So the idea was kicking
So-
around
so-
within post.
So I
Mail.
was in my mid-20s, right? If you can flashback during your mid-20s, guy, you have this sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Kan, you not what something that's really something really big lah. And for me, that's my big thing, right? So the idea was there. I formulate completely on what's the steps that need to be taken. But then I got 3 CEOs, so nothing moved.
Yeah.
I decided to.
I
take
guess
it
you
out.
have to pitch the same idea to the 3
Oh
different
my
people,
god!
right?
Yes, yes, and we have so if other organizations say they have bureaucracy, this is a 400-year-old organization, right? One of the oldest, right? The first thing British did when they colonized Malaya back then,
Yeah.
is to create PDRM dengan POS. So
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. In fact, that's true, right? Because every kampung, you'll have these two, right? You have
because
your
POS
post
back then is the
yeah.
Maxis, right?
Correct.
Is the DG.
Yeah, you have your
right?
post office and you have your police station. That's like the 2 key things.
Exactly. So it's a very
You're saying it's old, like old.
sleepy beast lah.
Right.
Kan. So to move one layer to another, my God. So I decided to resign and do it on my own. So the first agency I met was Cradle for their CIP 150.
Okay.
I got that.
Was it just you alone who decided to go out and do this?
So back then, Flash was a big thing. So you don't need to code because the prerequisite is just to show a prototype.
Right.
So I got my best friend. He's into Flash. Back then, Flash is still a big thing. So we hacked something. We managed to convince Cradle team to give us CIP 150.
Yeah.
That means we get 150,000. But we managed to produce the prototype with just 51,000 ringgit. We
So who was in the
graduated
team
early.
at that point? Yourself, the
So,
buddy who knows Flash?
Okay, so there's 2 of us, and then there's a third guy named Kamal, who got headhunted to Silicon Valley.
Okay.
So I asked him, who can replace you? So he gave me like 4 or 5 names, and one of it is Azumi, which is our current CTO.
Right.
But he said with a smirk, "Good luck, Nas." To get Azumi.
Okay.
So we were strangers back then. So you never challenge an entrepreneur lah, right? So I took that as a
Okay,
challenge. I just cold call Azumi, and just managed to click lah. So from then on, the 3 of us lagi complete lah. So you have Zumi, the back end. I'm the operation guy.
Yeah.
And then MA, the other co-founder, does the front end.
Okay.
right?
And 150,000 in the bank to go and do something.
51,000
Oh,
because
51,000.
we wanted to graduate early because we were impatient to move forward to the
Okay.
next step, right? Because kalau tidak, you have to wait until you use all funds and then wait until graduate, and then only then you can move on.
Yeah.
Right. So we did a bet. We just graduate early. So get our first commercial customer. This is a preschool. And from that preschool we got math cap in, and then 500 startups together.
So what was
as our
the
seed,
what was the
investor.
solution back then when you got the preschool? What was that?
So that's a good question, because I initially during Cradle we pitched EBPP, electronic bill presentment payment, basically like what we mentioned earlier. But then we found out that the real pressing issue is actually just the payment part.
Not even receiving the bills in
Not even
digital format.
receiving the bills.
That's fine. I can get my bill.
Because for complex bills macam your telco, yes, you want to look at your itemized usage, right?
Yeah.
But for preschool, you dah tahu dah. I need to pay for my son 100 ringgit to this month. I need to pay next month another 100 ringgit. So they have a clear sense of their obligation. So now all they need is just one button for them to click and approve.
Oh, sorry. This is for the preschool operator or the preschool
operator.
Okay, the operator.
So
right.
Billplz is strictly B2B.
Right.
We only deal with businesses.
Okay, so you're saying, okay, so far as preschool operator, I have my monthly commitments. That's all I need to do. I just want to pay this, right? And I don't need a breakdown or any special
as a parent,
details on that.
As a parent of that preschool, all you need to know is all you want is just a pay button, essentially.
Yeah.
And when we found that realization, it's like macam like.
But how did that happen? So how did you get to that realization?
It's because when we try to approach utilities, telcos, it's impossible for them to just give away their data for us to map it. It's just simple. Yeah, you cannot blame them, right? Yeah. They are under PDPA. We are just this tiny outfit. So it's understandable. But I guess through that realization, that's how we managed to move forward.
But then how did the preschool come into the picture?
So how did they came? Oh, okay. So it was just a random pitch.
Okay.
To the CEO. And then
CEO of there's a network of preschool.
The CEO of that preschool. Okay. So this is I don't think the name is relevant. Yeah. So the CEO called us in. We presented, and he said, "Wow, I want you to blast my parents within, I think, 30 days." At that point, to be frank, we weren't ready. Like, are you sure? Like,
not really from a platform standpoint.
Exactly. Exactly.
Even there's no solution yet.
There's no solution yet. So we had to rush lah.
So the CEO's requirement was
basically, if I give you a bill summary, can you blast it to my parents with a pay button? Most important thing is the pay. If not, it's just a delivery. It's just a reminder. Everyone does that. The pay button dia mahal that integrates with a report that say who pay what when. Right? Because any AR in the world asks that three things: who pay what, when. Right? So basically, he gave us the deadline. We rushed. On the first day, we processed 50,000 ringgit.
Wow.
So just let's just put this in perspective, right? You have zero brand equity. If you receive a bill from a company called Billplz, now zero brand equity, asking you to click a pay button, would you do it?
I guess not.
Exactly.
The only trust I would have is, okay, this is being on behalf of this preschool. That's pretty much.
So that's our bet as well. No one's gonna click the pay button lah. But yeah, 50,000 on the first day. That gives us the realization.
How many customers was that?
They have 7,000 parents nationwide.
Okay.
So
7,000 parents received an email.
But not all, because it was a pilot. So I think they activate just like 10 branches or so first, just to see. But that gave us the realization and the courage to really focus
You've hit on something here.
exactly, on just the payment side,
Right.
and not so much the EBP, the first P, the presentment,
Right.
Because that is so hard to get the data. So from there, we keep on pitching other preschools, and then we realized pula, like everyone keep coming to us, hey, I want to add the pay button on my checkout. So this is payment gateway. At first we thought that, oh no, the incumbents dah own the space.
Yeah.
You know,
You can just sign up with IP88. You can sign up with all those guys,
they
right?
started since the late 90s, right? So they have 2 decades of head start. So let's just forget about it. But every single day, no one is asking for our billing
Bill
solution.
presentment, just the pay.
They just want a checkout solution. Basically a payment gateway lah.
Yeah. And did you ask them? So there are all these other companies. Why?
No, because
why aren't
our
you going?
pricing was ridiculously low. And our settlement was super fast. Now the other thing that we make a conscious decision, a great decision, is the fact that we cap it at RM1.50 per paid transaction. There's no percentage.
Irrespective of the value.
Irrespective of the value. So if it's RM100, 150, RM1,000, 150, we kept it.
Right.
So investor pun, like our investor said, Nas, are we doing an NGO here? because we're leaving money on the table from the surface lah. But I said to them, like, if you want to invest in a follower, then I don't think Billplz is, because we need to come up with our own playbook to win. Because the idea is very simple. If let's say I ask you Malaysia versus Brazil football team, who will win?
Well, sometimes Malaysia, kalau depending on who you send to negotiate before the game.
Okay.
Of course,
Realistically speaking, it's Brazil, right?
Yeah.
But what if 11 players Malaysian versus 3 players? I change the rule. Right?
Yeah.
I use my own playbook.
Right.
Assuming FIFA allow lah.
Yeah, but still.
Now, definitely.
Not quite football anymore. Yeah. But your own rules. Understand.
You can imagine that we will win, right? So the same thing. I cannot be following the incumbents' rule. I need to set up my own playbook for me to have even a slight chance of winning. And then I got this book, The Basics of Amazon. Is it called Basics or something lah about Amazon, focusing on Amazon? So they say the writer says that Jeff Bezos' thinking is that what is 100% true 10 years, 100 years, millennium from now? What is it? We don't even know what we're going to have for dinner tonight.
Let alone 100
a
years.
millennium from now.
Okay.
What customers want today and 1,000 years from now is they want it to be cheaper and they want it to be faster.
That's still true.
Without a doubt, even though we won't be seeing that future, confirm 100% that is true. And that's how Amazon build their purpose around it. And knowing that, that's why our purpose is to help merchant pay and get paid fastest at the lowest cost possible. These 2 things.
But surely you had to simulate whether, as a business, there's enough volume for at 150 to eventually make money lah.
Correct. So there's a big debate dekat internally back then, like the market saturated, there's no more new market participants. But then we realized that the 17 and 18 years old, they are becoming a market participants. They want to have their own business, or at least a part-time business. So they are the one that we target.
Interesting.
So with that new market participants, we see our revenue growth dramatically. So
at that point, what were these fresh out of high school kids doing in terms of business that you guys saw?
So this was already 2016, 2017. Memang at that point, everyone knows what is e-commerce, right?
Mm.
So we see a lot of individuals coming to us and say, "Hey, I want to use Billplz." But back then, we already have a set of API to hook up with your checkout. We have plugins, WooCommerce, Shopify, you name it. So we really doubled down lah on being a quote unquote payment gateway. Even though we don't see ourselves as a payment gateway, we see ourselves as a payment platform. Should I explain the difference?
We can go into that. Let's park that.
Okay, let's park that.
Yeah.
So we double down on all that. So when individuals came to us, we are not allowed to serve them. They must be registered with SSM and then get their corporate bank account. Immediately, within a week or so, most of them come back all ready.
Right.
So there is a deep hunger to sell online, and that's when we realized that memang this is a gold mine.
There is a demand,
Yeah.
But so go back a little bit to the story from the preschool, right? So that's when payment seems to be it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were obviously serving those guys. Then how did it grow from there? Where did you go from the days of the preschool?
When we serve that preschool, we realized that back then the funds was getting lower.
Okay.
Right. We got some angel, but a very small amount. That's when we start to pitch to VCs.
Okay.
And MAVCAP called us because somehow we were on their radar.
Okay.
The CEO back then was JB. So we pitched to them. They liked the idea. And we were one of the last investment that they did directly.
Okay.
Because now they are more like funds of funds.
Yeah.
And they passed to Gopi, Adif. So we were one of the last. And that's when we start to double down on payment when we get our seed investment.
From a customer standpoint, who were your customers at that point?
So that preschool and a couple of others.
Okay.
But as soon as we get visibility in the media from that MAVCAP investment, we try to partner with banks. And today we are proud to say that we are a partner of Maybank. So essentially, in terms of partnerships with banks, Billplz wants to be the best distribution agent for banks. Because the thing is, banks have all these great products, macam FPX, direct debit, but the businesses don't have the technical knowledge to integrate those products. And I'm not just talking about small business, even big business don't have that technical knowledge. It's not rocket science, but it's not ABC either.
Yeah.
It's a quiet skill that you need to have over time. So with that partnership, it further helps our. So we have this small business, small business, yang datang organically.
Yeah.
These are the individuals that are really hungry. They see their friend, I want to sell also lah, part time.
Yeah.
Kan? And then we have this big merchants coming from banks punya funnel.
Yeah.
From our
The
partners.
SMEs and those kind of
the
businesses?
big ones lah. Like bigger schools, bigger companies.
Yeah.
So this is how we source our prospects.
And you think the driver to that business growth or more customers is still your fast and cheap transaction fees lah?
So in the developed country, there's a race that's going on, race to zero and race to real time. Now, fee is going to be zero, settlement is going to be real time. How the heck are we going to make money?
Any money, yeah.
Do tell me if you have it. Because I'm still.
But you've jumped in at the lower end of the pricing lah, whereas the others are heading towards your territory.
No,
right?
the thing is, if you come in as a disruptor, so of course, incumbents won't be excited about it, right?
Yeah.
But having said that, it's how the market is moving. So like it or not, it's not me. I'm not a genius. If it's not me, then someone else will do it.
Right.
It's just a matter of time. So if you look at developed country, it's very clear. who wins a race to zero, race to real time wins the game. That's why Facebook is die wants to come up with their own cryptocurrency. Because they really want to kill off those intermediaries, right? But
Maybe.
regulations and stop them. So for us, we are not here to kill anyone. Our focus is very clear. We want to be the best agents for our partners, because it's very clear that our platform allow faster onboarding process.
Okay. So that's a good segue to now let's talk about, are you a payment gateway or are you a platform?
Okay.
So what's that?
So if you look at the payment space, there's actually 4 layers. There's that layer 1 focusing on a local payment system and network. This is the banks. This is Paynet's basically territory. When you talk about Paynet, there's all the products under Paynet lah. FPX, Rentas, IBG, IBFT, all that. And wallets also under the layer 1.
Okay.
It's a local payment system and network. Then you have the layer 2, which is the global payment network. This is Visa, Master, Amex. And then you have layer 3, the payment gateways. This is the iPay, MolePay, EJHL, etc.
And I would have thought Billplz too.
That's where many people thought, but we are not. We are at layer 4.
Okay.
Basically, we are a glorified system integrator. But I hate the word system integrator because of the many negative connotation to it. So,
I don't know. SI is it's built a lot of people's careers.
okay.
But anyway,
to
so
be fair.
a glorified system integrator.
So
meaning?
What that means is that if a prospect comes to us and say, hey, I want payment method ABX, right? Guess what? You will get ABX. If I want C and D, you will get C and D. But a payment gateway is limited in that sense. They can only push their acquiring banker, right? So they cannot just integrate with every single bank out there or every single payment method solution out there, right? If tomorrow, let's say, Bank Negara is okay with Bitcoin, right? We want to integrate with BitPay. For example. So what I'm saying is that layer 4 offers more flexibility because the charging pun different. We don't take a cut from the transaction directly.
Okay.
There's a membership fee that we charge. So our members, we call our merchant members. So they need to pay, for example, so for Boost, for example, they just pay us 1,500 per month. That's it. They are a huge merchant of ours, but they only pay 1,500 per month. In return, we make sure they have 99.99% uptime for their payment platform. So they will give us instruction. Okay, I want FPX, my own ID, real-time settlement.
So what you're saying is, if I was Boost,
it's a no-brainer because you have only 2 choices if you're Boost. It's either you do it yourself or you let us do it for you. Outsource lah.
Yeah.
Kan? So if they do it themselves, they need a senior developer starting 7,000K.
One person.
One person, right? We flat 1,500. So it's a no-brainer.
1,500
per month.
Per month. Okay.
That's it. So our model is more SaaS based. It's not transactional based.
So this has moved from your earlier model of providing the the pay button, and you charge at 150. So now you're providing that platform to merchants at a fixed fee. I'm sure you would negotiate with each company lah. Or do you even flatten that?
So basically, we have a very good rate from the bank. And then obviously for now we are still prudent in the sense that we take a margin on the transaction, and then focus on the monthly fixed membership fee.
Okay.
The 1,500, for example. The idea is one day to just focus on the membership fee and just give everything at cost for the transaction fee. Because how we want to frame this is we are not in competition with the incumbents. we are in competition with employment. There's a very big difference.
What do you mean?
Because the biggest cost in most organization is employment.
Of the people to run that payment platform for them.
Yes, exactly. That's one example.
An internal team, right?
Yes,
to manage
exactly.
That. Yeah.
So if you take up that that incumbent punya aspect, then you only have employment to worry about.
Yeah.
So that's the angle that we're going for.
Okay.
Do you want to do it yourself, DIY, or we do it for you?
So, recap a little bit in terms of your various business models today, then, right? So, who are the different types of customers that you are targeting, and for the various services that you provide?
So, come 1st April, we're gonna have 3 different new memberships.
Okay.
One is called Basic. So Basic, there's 0 membership fee.
Okay.
So that's for small, micro and small.
Right. So if I decide as a part-time to sell these bottles right? I'll source this from Korea because they're pretty cheap these days.
Yep.
And then, hey, I'm going to put it out on, I'll create a simple website, and I'm selling these bottles.
So you can be our Basic members.
Then I'll join this.
Yeah,
so what do I get?
So 0 membership fee. We only charge per transaction.
The 150 still?
The 150 flat. Right? And then if you like...
And for that 150, as my customers, they are able to pay me on any platform methods.
For online banking and PayPal.
Okay.
Just 2 payment methods.
Right.
And then if you're feeling a bit gung-ho, you have like a higher volume, you decided to do this full time, kan?
Right.
You can upgrade to our standard membership.
Okay.
So that will cost you 150 ringgit per month. But the transaction drops to 1 ringgit.
Okay.
And then we activate more payment methods like wallet, like Visa Master.
Which wallets are you connected to now?
For now, just Boost.
Okay.
And then if you're really this big organization like Boost, for example, we will push our 3rd membership called Enterprise. So that's the
1,500.
That's the 1,500.
So there's a huge jump, lah. So it's 0, 150, 1,500.
And the fee goes all the way to 50 cents.
Right.
So if you do the math, I think if you are doing 1,000 transaction per month, that break even.
You cover lah.
Yeah. The difference between Basic versus Enterprise. So 1,000 is nothing for big boys.
Yeah.
We process 50,000 bills payments per day.
Right now?
50,000, 50.
Wow. How many merchant partners do you have right now?
So we have about 30,000 registered members. But the one that is making us the revenue is about 2,000 plus.
Okay.
So they are...
Sorry? So you have about 30,000?
So 30,000 are what we call YAO, yearly active.
Okay. Registered users pretty much.
Registered users, right? But the DAO is the one that we focus on. These are the daily active users.
Okay.
The one
and that's about 2,000
that's collecting every single day, right? So that there are about 2,000 plus of them. So they are the one that produce the 50,000 bill paid.
Right.
And then
50,000 a day. Did you say?
50,000 a day.
A day.
And then in terms of GMV, it can go as high as 8 million, 9 million ringgit.
Right.
What we call salary week,
yes.
It's gonna be 8-9 million. The last week of every month is what we call salary week.
There's a peak. Everybody shopping.
Everybody shopping. It goes crazy and then it drops.
Right.
We hope every week is a salary.
But
week.
you're saying so this model is coming in 1st April. So what kind of model have you been using before that?
So
kind of ad hoc.
So right now it's not subscription focused.
So it's really the first model lah. So it's 150 for everybody.
We are going for the race to zero, race to real time punya focus.
Okay.
Because whoever wins those 2 races wins the game.
How was so right now you say you got your 30,000. Okay lah, granted not everybody's that active.
The 2,000 lah. Focus on 2,000 lah.
No, I just wanted to see in terms of the ramping up of the number of signups. So how was that for the last since 2011?
So the thing is we really focus on a small business first, and small business they are very talkative. Like for the last 5 years, we did zero advertisement. Nothing.
Oh, sorry. When you say talkative in a good way, word of mouth.
Word of mouth, word of mouth.
I thought that when you say talkative is, to pitch to one SME, it takes you a while because they're just talking.
Oh no.
Okay. It's word of mouth spreading. Okay.
So basically, they are doing the selling for us, lah.
Right.
Like every day, organically, we get about 20, 30 at least every single day without a single ad push. So they are the one that is ramping up the 30,000. But now the trick is to convince them to use this on a daily basis.
To be active, yes.
Right? Why is it? Are we too technical? Do we need to dumb it down? Those are the questions we are questioning ourselves currently, because we are API driven.
Yeah.
If you ask 100 out of 100 people, 99 will don't even understand what is API documentation.
Especially when you're talking about the smaller companies, right?
Like micro small lagi lah.
Yeah.
So I think we need to dumb it down, quote unquote. That's what someone proposed lah, and I like that.
Yeah. So let's talk about your team a little bit. So obviously from the marketing standpoint, you really did none, and it's just all word of mouth. And for the last 5 years,
I kid you not.
Yeah.
Honest to God,
the cheapest marketing expense company.
Today, we decided to have a marketing team.
Wow.
Well, not a marketing team, a marketing personnel. Singular.
Right. So
today, we decided that
he'll be asking for a budget soon, lah. She'll be asking for budget soon. Okay. So then let's talk about the team. So you started off with those 3 guys, right, at the start. Then how did that grow?
So it was my living room, and then we jumped to 3 different co-working. And then only recently we moved to our own office 3 months ago.
So that's where you sent this.
Yeah, UA Business Park. So during the living room days, it was just 3.
Yeah.
And then the first co-working, I think we jumped to 1 or 2, and then 1 or 2 more team members.
Okay. Yeah.
Before 2019, it was only 7.
Okay.
And back then, we already doing 500 million GMV.
Nice.
2019, we almost triple it, from 7 to, I think, 18 or something. 2019 is now lah.
Last year.
After 2019 is now lah. So yeah, there you go. So before 2019, it was just 7. 2019, it was 17, 18, until now.
So what caused that inflection point? Sounds like 2018, things were like 7 people, and then boom, you had to double your team.
Because a very important note in our history is that we never fundraise after March 2015. That was our last fundraising exercise 5 years ago.
Wow.
700,000.
Then it was all cash flow positive and you funded yourself.
It was all cash flow positive, internal funds.
Sweet.
Because
the angel investor will be smiling, man.
Because my focus is always on making sure that we can handle the growth. Not so much on getting external fund. Because if I can get external fund, but the system cannot cope the stress, then I see myself as a failure.
Right.
So what I always prioritize is the service level agreement, the 99.99% uptime. So that is why we never go all out to market, because we want to have that organic. Because the problem with a payment platform is not like a delivery platform. You cannot say, sorry, miss, I send your item tomorrow, can ah? There's no such thing. If
I click pay,
it up, there's no more future for you.
Was there any regulatory implications to the business that you're doing?
So what we do is basically as an SI, just like any SI, Mesin Niaga, Kompaka, any SI out there lah. The internal process that set by the banks have to be adhered to. So this is the UAT lah, the post-production, all those lah that we need to adhere to, because ultimately it's your own ID. So it's Boost's own ID that we are getting on their behalf. So funds will go to their bank account, and then we give them a call back after we got a call back from PayNet, for example, to clear the payment or to fulfill whatever you promise.
Right.
So it's just operation requirement.
It's almost like a delivery requirement lah that you fulfill to go there. I wanted to go back to your mentality of making sure your service levels are met as paramount, as opposed to scaling like crazy, and then let's fix it as we go, right? Because you always hear that story of scaling up and growth is always like fixing your airplane while it's in the mid-air, right? So it seems like you have a very traditional way of organically growing your business as opposed to
because I think we are in our model. We function in a unique space, right? So it's unfair for me to push this idea to a more brick and mortar business model, right? Because we can function basically anywhere and serve everyone nationwide. So because of that unique situation, I guess not so unique lah in the SaaS business, but the point is, because we are in that position, that's why we can grow organically, but the demand is still exponential. Like for example, you can look at our GMV, you can look at our bill paid, number of bill paid, you can look at revenue. It's relatively exponential. We've been growing 3x for the last 3 years, 4 years, yeah.
But the big jump was last year lah.
Yeah, because
2018 to 2019.
Because when we jumped from 700,000 to 2.3 million ringgit, that's when I decided, okay, I have enough runway to double up the team to 18 currently.
And what do they do? So what was the areas that you think you needed?
So we divided into 4 pillars. So revenue. First is the technology.
Right.
That's without saying lah. Without any product you cannot sell. And then you have revenue. Revenue is basically sales lah.
Right.
But I want to be literal about it. Sometimes the sales people can come back and say, hey, I meet 10 people today. Right? So what? Right? What's the revenue? Right? And then we have finance, and then we have office of CEO, where we do the R&D, we do the audit, the risk management. So these 4 pillars function like Rukun Islam lah. Like I got that idea from
your 4 principles.
Yeah.
Your pillars.
So without that pillar,
the whole thing will
it doesn't work.
So let's go into the first pillar, then your tech pillar.
Tech, yeah.
A little bit more. So share a little bit about that. Is it all homegrown?
It's 100% homegrown.
How was building that up?
There are a lot of tech companies in Malaysia. I do the air quote because they get developers from Vietnam, Uzbekistan, and keep on complaining that I cannot get great talent in Malaysia. I beg to differ. Like we have zero issue in hiring.
Right.
But that not okay. Let me be clearer. So we don't have issue in hiring because we don't need that many people in the first place.
Right.
When we hire, we expect you to do the job of 3 developers, especially if you're a senior developer. So we are not looking for infantrymen. We're looking for commandos.
Right.
So
wouldn't that mean looking for these commandos are even harder?
It's super hard.
Right.
But if you take away the prerequisite, the money lah, it becomes so much easier. And then
how do you take away the prerequisite?
So let's
work for the love of it.
So we really pay a lot. That's one thing that dekat Billplz lah, because
so compensate it where but you expect them to do 3 times the effort lah.
A senior developer that just got out from uni get 6,000 ringgit.
Fresh. Wow.
Fresh, zero working experience, but but we identify him as the best of the best lah. So that's a very important principle at Billplz. We really make sure that the prerequisite is not discussed. Right. So now it's the culture, right? It's the job scope, right? So it's a less question mark that we are going for. So do you like the culture here? We are pretty flexible.
I was gonna say, so what is the Billplz culture? Or
so the culture is not the perks so much. The culture is revolve around 3 core values: teamwork, consistency, and fairness. So whatever code we push, whatever SOP we draft, have to comply with these 3 core values. So teamwork is self-explanatory lah. But in terms
of having said that, right, it's sometimes people just take it for granted that of course there will be teamwork, right? But you actually have to work on it to get your team working, right? So how did you achieve that, you think?
So you raise a good point. Actually, what is common sense is not so common day to day. You would think that you need to hire the best of the best. But day to day again, what I notice, not to say we've perfected it, it's just that what I notice, what my other my founders' friends are doing is that they just grab whoever around their orbit, right? Friends, families, right? That's a recipe for disaster. So back to teamwork though. Yeah, it is common sense, but I need to remind my team every single week. We have a team jam every Tuesday.
Right.
That's when I drill the core values, and I give a real life example lah. I notice A is not doing B, and that is causing our team work to deteriorate, for example, right? So please improve. So it's a constant reminder lah. It's not just lip service.
Yeah.
Same thing like consistent and fairness. So when we want to introduce this new pricing plan, April, what about our legacy members, right? Are we being consistent in our offerings? Are we being fair to them? So we decided, okay, fine, maybe 2 years we keep the old plan for them, right? So you have a fairly good a period
lah for them to adjust.
To adjust. So it's not just lip service. A culture is something that the top must drill down consistently to a point where I think diorang pun dah muak dengar like oh my god, I know lah.
But I'm sure it's not just drilling it. It's also you have to live it yourself.
Live it. Sure. You have to show example. You have to relate it in the real world.
Yeah. So going from now, this is a fairly recent adventure for you, right? In terms of going from the 6-7, I'm sure it's very close guys, to suddenly now doubling that, more than doubling that, right? So how has that been
exactly
for you personally, right? To suddenly, I've got to handle quite a few more people.
Prior to this, my biggest professional scale was at a managerial level, right?
Kena dekat sikit, Mike.
Oh, sorry, managerial level. I forgot. Right?
There you go.
So, but now at C level, you need to manage the 17, 18 guys and ladies. So it's a whole different ball game again.
Yeah.
So what I keep on reminding myself is I have this constant fear every 25th of the month. Do we have enough? Right? Even though at the back of my head I know we have enough.
Yeah.
Because the budget been set, blah blah blah, right? But
the revenue guys are doing their job.
The revenue guys are doing. We have a monthly closing. In fact, we have a daily report, all automated. So I know exactly in terms of our cash position. But there is that nagging feeling as a first time CEO. Can you make sure not just them but also their families. So that's
the responsibility now is on you, right, for their livelihood.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's one thing why we take it slow and steady. But yeah, alhamdulillah, like the growth is exponential in terms of our eyes.
Wow. And the original 3 guys, are they still there with you?
Yes. So Zumi is also the CTO for Faith. How does that work?
How does it work?
Good question.
So you brought it up.
So his time is focused on Faith because it's let's just say investment wise it's a bigger company. I wouldn't want to comment on anything else because I wouldn't know, right? But investment wise it's hundreds of millions of ringgit. So that's where Azumi focus on, right? Which is fair to me because what he brings is his rockstar status. So that's the other thing of how we make sure hiring is easy, because if you have a rock star, the developers gravitate towards
there is that attraction,
right? Because we took out the prerequisite question, the salary, the money, because now they ask, okay,
and you also have
who is
CTO.
the rock star, who is what's the culture, what's my future in the company like, and so working with the best, anything he touches turns to gold. Joel dengan Kylie punya go-to tech guy lah is Azumi. So we are fortunate in that sense. And then that's technology. Then revenue pula. So revenue is a bit hard for me, to be frank, because technology is black and white. You ask for feature A,
you build it.
You build it. You can test for it. But revenue, it's the digestion period, especially if it's a big prospect. It cannot be too strict because you have to be fair. That's one of our core value. So we rely a lot on the small business first as our main revenue, because they are the one that comes in on a daily basis without fail.
So you've had it grow organically, right? All the cakap banyak SMEs, in a positive, very positive way.
Very positive.
So why the leap now to getting in, sounds like a marketing head lah, to call it another term.
So we believe that 30,000 registered members. In SSM there's 8 million. So you can see the difference.
Tip of the iceberg.
So a lot of merchants, businesses still do not know about Billplz. So that's something that we need to change. So hence why we need to cast the wider and get in more leads so that our membership team can funnel it down and close them.
So this is fairly new lah, or has she
literally today? Literally.
Oh, okay. So it'll be interesting to talk to you again in, I don't know, 6 months to see whether whether it's the same revenue girl who's still there, or somebody else, or you've now decided to give her 5 more guys to go push, right? Because it's going on so well.
Exactly. Time will tell.
Yeah. So what next? What next for you? Now that's also interesting that you mentioned, first time CEO, right? So this is obviously your first company after you jumped off from POS Malaysia. I was gonna say that.
So I'm not from some exciting consultancy firm. I have none of that.
Nor have you come from, this is my 20th company that I've started, and hopefully exactly. I get it right. So what do you think is the secret to that one hit? So magic, if you like. So I try to be at my best a listener, right? Again, this is common sense, because if you cannot do it, hire, right? So and if you hire, why get in their way, right? So listen to what they can offer. In the end of the day, your job as a CEO, I found out that this is my understanding, is just 3 things. Set a single direction, right? So you're the captain of your ship. Set a single direction. Get the right team to sail that ship, right? Obviously, you want to get based on whatever ship you're building, right? And third,
make sure there's money to pay those team. So like every day I want to focus on these three things, right? So I don't want to get in any way. I trust them because I hire them. So I guess the art of letting go is important, right? If you micromanage, if you are too headstrong, right? I think that will kill you.
And I guess that's where it's nice to see your transition from, as you said, as a manager to a leader, right? So that's, in consulting speak, that's always the jump that you make, right? You will, not all fantastic managers make good leaders because they want to be there, they still want to manage it.
That is true.
And then you can put all the great team and money on it, but the guy still wants to manage. But the jump is, to become a leader is not a manager. Exactly. So it's nice to see your growth in that direction.
Thank you.
Now that move, did you have mentors? Did you, how did you
get along the way I have a lot of direct and indirect mentors. Simple question they push, like, what is your distribution strategy? Right? So it's if you're a inexperienced CEO, you'll be all cocky and say, hey, just build it and they will come, just like Rome lah. But those are the questions, basic questions that my mentor asked me. I think that's critical. Having a mentor is critical. Because you do not want to do so like, for example, at POS Malaysia, it taught me a lot of things not to do, what not to do. Right? So for example, not having a punch clock. So that's,
you mean even you had a punch clock at the office?
So I had the paper punch clock.
This I was going to say nice. Was like, wow.
This is 2007 going to 2010. No, like, right? You have people a paper, kaching,
and then it will punch the
and then
time
someone will audit, and if you're like a minute late,
so
you'll
supervisor
be penalized. You get surat cinta lah. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because.
But what do you think taking that away provides?
Because we function in an age where time is relative. When I dream about my work, does it matter? Do you calculate that? Can when my developer, right, casually looking outside while on a nice weekend stroll, finding out the solution.
That's work.
That's work, right? But do I capture it? No.
Right.
So you need to be flexible with today's workforce. It's very fluid, very dynamic. It changes split second. Like you cannot like micromanage at that level.
But obviously you can only have that level of trust when there is the output and the outcome.
Correct.
Right?
When you're working with knowledge worker, you can do that. Now, I'm not saying that this should apply for our military, right? For counter staff, right? So strictly when you're dealing with knowledge worker, especially young folks, they know their value. They know that they can at least survive out there without real employment. They can drive for Uber. They can whatnot.
There's
right?
options.
So you want to be flexible, right?
I'm not knocking on POS Malaysia, but any other lessons that that you picked up from POS Malaysia of what not to do, since we were on
don't be arrogant. You have managers that flat out jangan langkah saya. Right?
The hierarchy was
hierarchy
strong,
is really strong there. Collaboration is the future. Okay, I think Peter Thiel in his book Zero to Hero, I think. Is that the title of his book? Something zero.
Yeah.
Like he said competition is for losers. Yeah,
0 to 1.
Yeah, 0 to 1. So competition is for losers. I like that. Like you think you will win, but chances are it's 50-50, right? It's either you win or you lose, right? So collaboration is better in today's. So rather than saying jangan langkah saya, why not?
That sounds like a quote unquote.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
It is.
Wow.
So better. Why not we hold hands figuratively, right?
Yeah. But that's the
and move forward.
And that's the mentality of having little silos and empires, lah, right?
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
the little Napoleons
in large organizations, not just for POS Malaysia, right? To be honest, in all large organizations, yeah, you have that. And perhaps, at your level of having, up to 17 people, it's still too small. Everybody's still okay.
Exactly.
Who knows when you add another zero to that?
Exactly.
You might have, your revenue empire and your tech empire and your
exactly.
CEO office
all
empire, right?
Together. But here's the thing. Do we want to go to 170, 180?
Do you want to go to 170,
Exactly.
180?
So that's the thing, though. I think many founders today can automatically equate, most automatically equate that high employees mean more powerful. I can fundraise a higher amount. But WhatsApp did it with 30 plus. There's so many examples like. Okay, I have only WhatsApp, but the point
before
is that
they got bought out and joined the empire.
before they joined, but they back then they did a global domination.
Yes, yeah.
So that's what I tried to tell my team. Like and then I think last week or this week, Sequoia came out with a very nice article. So basically it tells the gloom of the future because of Corona. So state specific, actually it's for internal circulation for their specific portfolio because Sequoia is so big and they have so many companies under them. But of course the public also read it and shared it around. So they say that do more with less, right? One of the advice, and this is Sequoia, like they are like the VC of VC lah, right? So moving forward, we need to question ourselves, like oil price suddenly overnight 30% off.
Yeah,
can you imagine if let's say for whatever reason my fee is cut 30%? Like wow, I'll be sweating.
Imagine a disruptor to the model comes in and says, "Hey, I'm going to charge 50 cents."
Exactly.
Right?
When I'm not ready yet to go for zero again. So I know for a fact now. Petronas gonna hammer it with this new so everyone is gonna hammer it. So that's why at Billplz, more is not more. We need to always question ourselves, can we do more with less?
So it sounds like.
But to be fair, this is online business.
Yeah, I was going to say,
so
your scaling up is essentially from an infrastructure standpoint, right? But you don't need the bodies.
Even our infra is, the last time we measure is 2% of our total revenue last year. So our revenue was almost 6 million last year. 2% of that was our infra.
Wow.
We got an Asia man in our board. That's ridiculously low.
Yeah.
At our GMV, because we did a billion GMV last year. So that's the mentality we have lah. More with
less.
Less.
More for less.
More for less.
Wow.
More for less. Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where, of course, it's a bit like.
We keep on optimizing the process.
Yeah, I was going to say that as you said before, as we were talking about teamwork, or common sense, of course, right? Yeah. So doing more with less, again, common sense. But the discipline to
really sit down, go through the ABC, activity-based costing, work with among different pillars, coordinate, okay, how can we lower your part, our part? So that kind of discipline is not, I guess that's why my mom forced me to be an accountant.
Is that what you did at uni?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But I tried to get my CA. I decided in my part 3 papers not for me. Doing my part 3 it's not because it's other people's money. So
you want to count your own money?
Yeah, I mean you don't have that feeling anymore again as well. It becomes a liability. So I decided to quit and join the workforce.
Was POS Malaysia your first job?
No. After many different I was the pre-opening team for Le Meridian KL cost control department.
Oh, okay. That's a different industry altogether.
Yeah, but it's always in finance lah. I never jump outside from finance.
Right.
Or at least analytical role.
And do you think that training or
yes, definitely
has helped you drive the company the way you have?
Yeah, it helps me to be very prudent to a point where so we had a office shutdown recently until further notice.
Oh, what happened?
Because of I want to make sure that Corona is dealt with.
Okay.
But
there something happened?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But a team member pointed out, Nas, that's probably 1% effective. But I'm desperate. I take that 1%. So the point is that because of our relatively small team, again, we want to make sure that we really be prudent about it. Like if we can meet people outside, why not? Right? At this point, right? Because we just simply we're not like Maybank. I was told Maybank, they had a team A, team B, different location. You guys can do that because you guys are 30,000-40,000 men strong, and so we cannot do that. Right? We only have a single office. It took after 5 years.
So so the 17 guys,
So I guess another 5 years, then fine. I can have location A and location B.
Yeah. Hey, it's come up to over an hour already.
Yeah.
Actually, just because we're talking about the virus, I wanted to ask that and all these other black swan events that's happened this year. Do you foresee some stalling or slowing down in the e-commerce business?
So,
or have you seen it?
If you look at the data, it's clear as day. Even before Corona, jangan cerita the oil price lah. Memang we're heading into a very bad year because there's no uptake in loan disbursement. Again, from there itself, it's as clear as day that the year is going to be very bad. So we were ready since December, and that's why we are coming out with this new pricing plan, so that we can help merchant as much as possible,
right,
by lowering the transaction fee. But in return, all we ask is the fixed membership fee.
So at least that commitment lah.
Yeah, that commitment. Because the logic is, hey, you don't need to employ one more executive to do your reconciliation with that fixed monthly fee. Is it good for the nation to have unemployment? I don't know. That's not for me to answer. That's for someone else to answer. My job is just to make sure every small business, especially, function as efficient as possible.
Okay. Cool, man. Any last thoughts before you go?
No. I mean, thank you very much for this opportunity.
It's been a real pleasure. Like I said, it's nice to see your growth, and personally, and also the company. Hopefully, this bump that we have in the economy, won't hurt you guys too much.
I really hope so.
Yeah, good luck with the April launch, and in a couple of months, come back and then we chat some more and see how you go.
My pleasure, man.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot, Dad.
Really appreciate it.